See that little guy? Eating them peanuts? It's a balmy 29 degrees out this morning. And I'm going to do the same thing this morning that I do just about every morning. Whoops, except that. So, let me zoom back out there. You don't want to be zooming in there. I'm going to, excuse me. Sorry about that. You wouldn't have seen that part if I hadn't have been taking a picture of that little bird. Doing the same thing this morning as I do every other morning. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Huh. I've got a new headset on. And, most of the seeds in there. I don't fill it all the way up because it's, this little window should look like, well, hang on. Should look like this side so that the seed doesn't fall out, but it's missing now, and so the seed falls out. Anyway, throw some on the ground so the little birds can get some seed. And then come over here and get started like every other morning. I know it seems kind of boring. And in some ways it is. Switch hands. I need my gloved up hand to get the water. The other day this was froze up solid. I had to go in the house and get the water. Oops, there you go. Now what I'm going to do, you know, I've told you before how I like those rubber buckets and stuff. I have a pail, or I don't know what they called these when I got them. It's also one of those rubber things from the tractor store. I call it the tractor store. It's actually Tractor Supply, but I'm sure they've all got it. It's just Tractor Supplies by the house. Let's see if I can do this with one hand and a toe. I don't want to get my hands wet. So this, what I'm doing here, this is for the ducks. The chickens will drink out of it, but the ducks will actually get in and play in it. Even in this cold weather. And their other one is froze solid, pretty much. I can't bust it open. I guess I might be able to today a little bit. I don't think, it didn't really warm up yesterday enough to, thaw anything that wasn't in the sun. Now this one was in the sun a little bit yesterday. But you can, all that's ice. That's all ice where the ducks were playing yesterday in the water. And it froze. Now this will be their drinking water in the coop. And in the warmer months I use a water hose. Unless we've had enough, unless we didn't have enough rain and the water buckets are dry or low. So these, I've showed you these before. These catch my rainwater. Those chains catch some of it. That's just a poorly built back porch. I want to get that fixed. That may have to go on my list for this year. So the water drips down. You can see how the ice drips down those chains into the top of the bucket. And under that ice is a piece of window screen to keep debris out. That little thing tipped there catches some water that runs off that's not on the chain and directs it over there. I mean, it's so high tech. And then that there. Oh, I know what it is. What I'm wondering is if it broke the... This one actually has a lid on it still with a little tiny air hole drilled. So the air will come out. And then a little tiny hole drilled there so that one feeds into the other one. And they both have spigots. And usually this is, this one's froze too hard for me to even get it off the ground to empty it out. Then I just hook the water hose to them and let it gravity feed down here. And gravity feed is fun because as long as the end of, as long as that end of the hose is lower than where it starts, you can snake it around and take it uphill and all kinds of stuff. It's fun. Some science is fun. All right, here we go again. So you see the little ice pieces where I've dumped that bucket before? Little pieces of, little places of ice where they splashed it out. That's the, that's froze solid. That's the duck's indoor bathtub, if you want to call it that. I've got a spigot thing I'm gonna, oops, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm trying to get that loose from the, there we go. I have a spigot. I'm gonna use, I forget the name of the tool. Wayne tells me all the time, it's a hole drilling tool. You put it on the drill. I'm gonna drill a hole in this down low and put a spigot there. And I'm gonna run a piece, just a piece of water hose so that I can drain it down and it'll miss these footer things here and just drain it down there. Right now I have to tip this over to empty it. And it's just stupid to do that, so I'm gonna fix a drain on it. All right, let's see. That little doghouse, nobody uses. They go in there every now and again, look at it, but they don't actually use it. But it's, oh well, I'll take it back. I saw a chicken sitting on it a couple times. All right, oops, don't fall, Robin. This is a little treat I put out from yesterday. I didn't want rodents to get hold of. Way. Need to put some more food in it. That chain keeps it up a little bit and I can lift it up and keep critters out of the food. That's froze solid. Dummy me, I didn't get out here. Of course it would have froze solid pretty quick. I wouldn't have had a chance. Oh, make a mess. I should have used my other hand. I'm right-handed and put the glove on the left hand. So all I'm doing in here right now is I'm gonna top off this food. And then I'm gonna throw some scratch grains out. I'll let them out today. I let them out yesterday, but the chickens that want to stay out, they went back in the coop because there's nothing for them to do. But they do have the option if they want. Oops, you can't see that. Sorry. I'm used to this. They just usually make a mess with this, but they need to have options. And that way, you don't have a lot of bullying over food. I mean, I only have 7 chickens. Well, I still have 3 ducks, but if you get a greedy chicken or duck, because the ducks will get greedy, they'll hog up the water if I don't give them options. Then you can end up with malnourished animals because, you know, somebody's hogging up all the food. So you need to give them multiple options of water and food. Let me get this out of here too. I'm thinking about it. Even if you just have a handful like I do of animals. Got a new set of headphones, and I don't put in my ear because my ears are tiny anyway. Come here, you. Get in this scoop. I won't give that. I mean, I'm not giving him a whole scoop. It's just a little bit. I'm gonna fling it in there for him. Gives him a little extra boost of calories to help stay off this cold. I wonder, is the door froze? Is the door froze? Nope, it's not froze. Good. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. The chickens are going straight for the scratch, and the ducks are going straight for the water. And, you know, I hear people worrying about ducks. Ducklings, before they get all their full feathered out, need more water and food than mature ducks do. I have had my ducks, and I've said this before, and you're probably tired of hearing it. I have had my ducks and chickens together all along. The only thing is when they're babies, like little teeny tiny ones, not feathered out, ducks are very wet, and I did keep them separated when they were chicks because the ducks were making a wet mess that the baby chickens couldn't get out of. So all of the pine shavings and stuff was soaked all the time. Chickens don't like that. So that was when they were said. But once they were big enough to come outside, I kept them together. I mean, they could see each other anyway. Look here. You see that? He's in that water. As cold as it is out here, and he's taking a bath. That's what they do. And that's what they do. And so that's why you need to have separate areas. You don't have to separate the chickens and the ducks. The chickens just need to be able to get where it's dry. So the ducks can go all night without water and food, just like the chickens can once they're grown. Once they're grown, that's the key. The babies need access all the time, but once they're grown, they're fine. My ducks are almost 5 years old, looking for any random eggs. Sometimes a hen will lay an egg really early before I get them up. And what does the thermometer say in here? It says it is 32 degrees. So it's right at freezing. In the coop. Now, it's colder than that outside. By a couple degrees, but so I've showed you that before, that the coop has stayed relatively warm. I gotta fix this because my little chain fell off and it's down there somewhere. I'll find it when it stops snowing. And so I don't know, you may not, gotta show you this. It's cluttered right here because this is where my tools are. But what you can't see is I have a way the chickens can go through this door into this original coop. This was the first coop I ever bought for them. They can go into this. They're secure from any predators in this. And they nest and lay their eggs back here. Dummy egg there. They love it. They love it. Are you happy now, sweetie? You got your bath? Did he let you have a bath this morning? Huh? You let you have a bath? I had 2 pecans. I only have 1 now. She's playing in the water. They love the water, even in this cold. So there's that. Another day, another morning, same old, same old. I love my ducks. Can't wait till they start laying again. They may be too old. I've read different things. I've read that the pecans will keep laying for a long time, but it's really so sporadic now, it's hard. I like the eggs myself. So yeah, they've made another mess. But that's life here in the mornings. Gotta go, work to do. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.